Hello again. Just looking at There Will Never Be Another You. I'm onto a Barry Harris kick. So that was just the basic melody. Now I'd like to move into some Barry Harris phrases from his solo on There Will Never Be Another You. There's two in particular that stand out to me. I think part of what I like about Barry's playing is he was a pianist, of course, and some of his phrases are very, very beautiful, but they're not guitaristic, and so they're a little off the beaten path. You know, there's certain things every guitar player plays, and in trying to break out of that, you can look to other instruments sometimes, especially such a great instrumentalist as Barry Harris. But on a C minor 7, for example, I like that. Something about it. So we all do. You know, this is a very guitaristic thing. It's in the pentatonic. It's in the C minor 7 arpeggio. So he starts out like that, but he goes somewhere that I would never go normally. He just goes up the arpeggio. Okay, so it's an eighth note followed by a triplet. Then he comes D flat to C. So the nice thing, this is a 9 up to the 11, flat 9 down to the root. I like that one. There's another one he does over an F7. You know, you could either pick every note or you could just kind of slur these two. So it's a nice, you know, they don't happen next to each other, but I find it a lot of fun to take some phrases from a master musician and kind of play with them and memorize them and change keys and change notes and make them from major to minor or to dominant or whatever. So in any event, if we look first at the chord melody, it's just a very, very, very simple chord melody. You may already play one for Never Be Another You. We're going to do a B flat. This is an E flat 6 with my melody C on the 3rd. Melody note F on the 2nd string, which is the top of a D half diminished, to G7. 1st string G, 3rd fret. C minor 7, the root's on the 5th string. Now we've got the C minor 7 up here at the bar. This is a C on top of a B flat minor 7. Change to an E flat 9. But then when we hit our next melody note, B flat, I'm going to change it to a E flat 7 flat 9. So we're going to go from that to, okay. Now, we're looking for an A flat major 7 with A flat on top. Okay, so we've got this again, our familiar old fingering of that, and then we've got this barring the first 3. A flat on the 2nd string, 9th fret. Now, our melody is G over a D flat dominant 7, so it actually works out to be a nice chord. It's a D9 sharp 11. Come back to the 2nd string 6 for 5 for the F. So we've got back to 2nd string 6 for F. Now play an E flat major 7 with the root on the 5th string 6th fret. Now we've got basically what's a C minor 11, but we're not going to worry about the bass string. We're going to try to make it easier to play. So the melody is F, E flat, F, E flat. So we're just going to kind of put those 3 notes of the C minor 11. This is an F13 because our melody note is D 1st string, 10th fret. Now we're back to our A section. Okay, here what I'm doing is, for this different ending, for the final ending, this is an A minor 7 with the D melody note on top. Then play this little triangle down here on the 4th, 5th, and 6th strings. Then come up and play the first string C on 8. Then we've got this chord again. So you're going to play it with the top note on the 6th. I play it with this finger because I can kind of bend it in there. So you're going to play it with the 6th fret melody up to the 11th fret melody. Now this is a D7. Play the C on the 2nd string, 13. G minor 7 with the 1st string, 6th fret, 2nd string, 4th fret. This is a C7. B flat, 1st string is our melody. This is a C9. Okay, so you know C9, but I'm going to put the A flat melody note. This is F minor 7, or you could do it here if you wanted to. I like it here because I can go to this 13. So, you know this, you're barring the strings 2, 3, and 4. Pinky's on the 3rd string, ring finger's on the 5th string. That's an F minor 7. Sometimes I don't worry about the roots. And then, this is B flat 13, but again, we're going to dispense with the roots. So if we dispense with the roots, we've got F minor 7, F on top to B13, G on top, and then we finish with E flat 6. Okay, let's look at some of Barry's stuff. He's got some pickup notes before the first chord, which is E flat major 7. By the way, the tune, as you probably know, is in E flat. It should be in your real book or whatever standards materials you have. So the pickup notes kind of happen over what would have been a B flat 7. Okay, so might just hit this once. Okay, let me try that again. B flat 7. So all this is, and then we go to our E flat 6, to our E flat major 7. Now we've got D half diminished to the other D half diminished. We're into Barry's solo now, so it's not going to really sound too much like There Will Never Be Another You. Let me take that again. E flat 6 with the E flat on the 2nd string. E flat major 7 with the D on the 2nd string. D, D flat. Now when we get to our next note, which is C, we're going to have it as the top of a D half diminished. Okay, so this one, D minor 7 flat 5, D half diminished. Now the chord changes to G7, and we've got these notes. Okay, so it's, again, very not guitaristic. Okay, so it's 1st string, 13, 11, 9, 2nd string, 12, 9, 3rd string, 8. Okay. Part of what confuses me when I'm doing the piano stuff and putting it on guitar is the piano stuff is written an octave lower than it would be. In other words, the guitar sounds an octave lower than the piano, so it's a little confusing sometimes. Let's back it up. Let's take it from the beginning of Barry's solo. That was wrong. We try it again. That's it. Now we've got C minor 7 as far as the 2nd string for our G. Okay, so the notes Barry plays here are G, C, E flat, but we're kind of throwing in a little chord melody along the way where we can catch it. So it's G, C flat, G, C flat, and then So third string 5, second string 4, first string 3. No, let's not do it there. Let me take back that latest phrase. This is going to work out better up here in 8th position. There's our F dominant phrase that I pointed out earlier. There's our C minor 7 phrase from earlier. Just to try that again. Okay, so it's always a question of how much you can jam into one video. But let's try to get the first phrase. Okay, so we're back to the beginning of the Barry Harris solo. Change it to an E flat major 7. Okay, one more time. D half diminished. Okay, let me try that. Okay, let me give you a look at what I'm working from here. Barry Harris's solo, part of it on There Will Never Be Another You. Working with the top couple of lines. So if you can somehow capture this, might be helpful if you read standard notation. Okay, so what you can do, which can be a lot of fun, is you can play through the chord melody itself, as we did in the beginning. So you can play that through, and then you can tag on, you know, like when you get to that last thing there. So, you know, I'm starting the Barry thing now. 1. So the Barry thing comes on the second beat. 1. So that's a good chunk for today. The video is longer than I intended, but the Barry thing again. Hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully you find it mildly interesting or entertaining. As I've mentioned before, I really enjoy playing Barry's phrases. Again, just to recap, the C minor 7 is probably my favorite. Just something I would never think to do. I would do like, I would stay in this little box here, but he goes, and then of course for the F7, it's an eighth followed by 2/16. So anyway, hope it's helpful. If you like it, give me a like. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell. You get notified of my next video. Thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week.